Hey, I'm Birdman.
Hey, I'm Michael.
And it's time for Get on Target at
The Hub.
Boom.
Boom.
So,
Boom.
we're into a new year.
Yes. Into a new year.
Yeah, crazy times.
Yeah, we're already into a new administration and they haven't even been elected yet.
Right.
Yeah. I read a post. It was like what's the elector, like, what do they call Biden's, like, office right now? It's the
President-elect?
President-elect. They're like, that's as official as Federal Express.
Ouch.
I was like, yep, that kind of hits it on the head there. You know what I mean? It's like, what is that? You're not elected yet. You are, at the time, you weren't even confirmed yet. And, oh yeah, you're in that, that's your office.
They did an office of the, yeah, that was the first time I've ever seen the office of it.
Yeah.
They did it on the podium and everything. It was like, what?
It's like, oh, now it's a position. Well, I'm going to be president, I think.
So Nancy Pelosi went to do a whole thing and realized she didn't have a podium anymore because that guy stole it.
Right.
Anyway.
He got arrested, though.
So while everybody is, having uncomfort over that, we get scared at a different level in the range.
Oh, yeah, you gotta watch this.
So watch this real quick.
Oh. Oh, God. This is scary. Oh, yeah.
Go.
And now you see that it's very scary. So you're like you pick this gun up, firearm, whatever you want to call it.
It's the Altor, what is it? Altor 9mm. Altor
Yeah,
Corp.
and they make it in 380. I'd suggest starting there. for $100 or whatever they are, I'd say start with a 380 and see what you think. The 9mm, it's like a 45 kick-wise. Because you can't hold the gun correctly. Essentially, you have to hold the gun correctly, to me, you have to pull the trigger back and let the trigger slide out of your hand. So you kind of like got to change your grip just a teeny bit as you shoot it and let the trigger out. And it's scary. And then the problem is sometimes it's not enough force to actually set off the round. We'll show you pictures of that.
Yeah, we did the light primer strikes on it, and then I actually threw it in a Canik, which we should have videoed, but it didn't, and it went bang bang.
Yeah, so all the rounds that I sat there like 3 or 4 times and pulled the trigger and was just like each time was getting scareder and scareder because you're like, okay, when's this gonna go? Because it should have went, it should have went, it should have went, it should have, okay, it's just not gonna go. So, and then the times it did go, 3 rounds, we didn't know where they went, I'll be honest. And 1 round, like, spun so much that it took, I mean, it did like...
You saw the chunk. Yeah.
We'll show you the target. We'll show you all this. I mean, I was like, yeah, it probably hurt someone really bad. You know what I mean? Like, because an 9mm, when you shoot a target, it's pretty clean. It's fast round, so it just goes straight through. Little hole. This was like a good 3-inch hole, 2.5-inch hole. I mean, it was big.
So before we shot it, or he shot it, I didn't shoot it after I saw him shoot it. I didn't want to.
Yeah, it's not...
We were talking about the fact that it really looks like just putting the round in there, you could shoot it. Like,
yeah, we were actually thinking about shooting it with no barrel. And then once you shoot it, and you're like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
So I'm wondering if without the barrel on it, it doesn't allow the pin to come all the way forward, and maybe that's what happens as it gets rotated. Does. I don't know. It looks like it does.
I think it does, because you can rotate the barrel while you're shooting it.
That's scary.
Because as soon as you pull the trigger back, it unlocks the barrel's ability to roll. That's how you unlock it. I just, yeah.
You want to sell a lot of these, don't you?
Well, it's funny too because the company, there was a original deal, and I don't know what happened or something, and they were like, oh, hey, you know, you have a credit towards your next order. And then so they hit me up at the end of the year, and they're like, hey, so you haven't reordered, your credit goes away at the end of the year. And I go, well, do you sell anything else? He goes, what do you mean? And I go, well, we have trouble selling them. And he's like, what? Everyone else sells the crap out of them. And I'm just like, well, we don't. I guess just let the credits go, you know, just because I'm not going to order more guns to just sit there. And we have a few of these. I think we have 4 or 5 of each caliber at each store. So, you know, I think I have 10 of them or something like that. Just wouldn't recommend it.
So what would you use this for?
I don't think you could use it for self-defense because it's too hard to pull the trigger.
You definitely wouldn't carry it.
No, because it's too dangerous. Can go off at any time, kind of. You know, like depending on how you hit that trigger and if it had enough oomph behind it.
Right.
It's like a play gun.
Yeah.
It's like literally like a, hey, I'm going to see if I can get my wife to shoot this. You know, like, or, hey, there's Jeffrey. Give Jeffrey the gun. You know what I mean? Or,
Mikey, try Mikey. Mikey likes it.
yeah, it's like, oh, Jim's with us.
Oh,
let Jim
man.
shoot it, you know? No, super different, just not good. I don't like it. It wasn't fun to shoot. It was, like I said, it was like scary. Because you just don't know. I'm the type of person where I like to know where my brake is. Like I want to know where when I pull the trigger where it's going to go, and when I release the trigger where it's going to click to allow me to pull the trigger again. And you have none of that. You're pulling back that thing and letting it slap forward, and 50% of the time it didn't work for me, and I pulled it back and let it slap forward. So I don't know what to change.
And then when it did, he didn't like the kick.
Well, I mean, it
hurt.
Yeah, it's not like a normal 9mm pistol or anything like that. I mean, you feel that round, and it's not uncontrollable. It's not like I would like the gun flew out of my hand and I couldn't do it. But from you're thinking it's a 9mm. Okay, I shoot 9mm all the time. It's like a 22 to me. That's like a 45 or 45. Like a 357 SIG or something like that. I mean, it's got some. I couldn't even imagine those calibers in this. I mean, if they'd feel like like a 50. So no, just super different. I'd say check it into that, fun, and for $100, I guess it's kind of cool because you could like leave it somewhere, like in some situation that I can't think of.
Yeah, right. Those situations, yeah.
Oh, there's a bear coming and I have nothing else. Hopefully this will work.
Hold on a minute, bear. I'm gonna hold on.
Just like slapping that trigger. So, yeah, it's cool, I guess. Altor, to me, if they added a way to lock the barrel, like a separate lock and unlock, if they made it so that you really couldn't fire it when there was no barrel on it, I mean, that's just like, come on.
That's freaking scary.
Yeah, I can't believe they, and they're gonna say, well, why they had to do that or something, but.
And it could be $200. That's really kind of okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you could actually make it grippable, and to me, why not make a trigger that's not slap? It's a firearm already.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think I'd feel better about this defensively
if I make a spring.
If I just threw it at them, like the way it is. If I just threw it at the person, I think I'd feel safer. Just throw it at them, hit them with it, and then run.
Well, I mean, we were pretty close to the target, and I only hit it one or two times, maybe. We think maybe one round went through the other hole, maybe. But it's like, I doubt it. It just wasn't good.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to scrap that one to the, like I said, add it to like the fun and amusing pile. We've had a couple of those guns on the show, and I think this one fits right in that boat. It's a novelty gun that is not expensive.
It's sort of like the upper that attaches to an AR-15 that shoots the beer cans, right?
Yeah. Those are only good now after Twisted Tea has been registered as a weapon.
Ooh, there is that. You can now use Twisted Tea in them.
You know, so there's
point.
actually a really funny video of a guy's like pretending like they're sniper, and he goes, "Send it," and he shoots it, and then it's like the other guy slapping the guy in the face with the Twisted Tea, and he's just like direct hit. So, but yes, other than Twisted Tea, yeah, those are they're not that fun. No. Like
you do it like once, twice, and then you're like, okay.
I think if you're really, and again, I don't think you should do these two things together, but I think if you're inebriated, it would be fun.
That's when you would think about doing it, but you shouldn't.
Right, you know, and again, I'm not saying that's the smart, I'm not for that at all. I'm just saying the only thing I could, like this gun, that beer can launcher, you know, stuff like that, it's like, that's the only time where I think adults go, oh, this was fun. You know, like, and again, I don't want you to do that. Don't do that. I'm not saying do that, but I'm just saying, like, to me, when I shoot those things, I do it like 1 or 2 times and I go, okay, you know, unless you're shooting beer cans for like skeet, which is actually fun, because they work good for that. Yeah. And they, you know, they mist.
Explode and stuff. Yeah.
It's just not that fun. So to me, there's more things that I get more enjoyment out of, you know, like night vision and lasers and full auto and stuff like that. So something like this, hey, if you're like, I need to get someone a gift, I got $150 and I got to get them a firearm.
So right now that would get you this gun and a box of 9mm.
Yeah, if we had it.
For $50.
So, all right, well, that's the Altor pistol.
Hub
Talk. So there is some stuff going on in Lakeside with the range right now. I am in talks with Mountain Comfort. They are the ones that actually did our air and our heating and the air makeup system. They put it into the building. Shout out to them. I'm going to have them come in. We've got a new air, I don't know how to say it right. Essentially, where the air comes out of the ceiling, and right now there's these big ducts that are turned at you. Those are going to go away, and there's going to be this nice funnel, it almost looks like a tube, like a big tube that, you know, that the water system go through in the ground, only it's got holes, a bunch of holes, almost like a machine gun heat shield, and it sits in that top corner. And then it gives a direct wall of air all the way down. So it's from top to bottom, the same air pressure the whole way. So instead of having little vents here and here and here and here, and then in between them, no airflow, and air you really can't do a 90 with.
Right.
So you can't go, oh, I'm going to turn you here. It doesn't work like that. It just creates a vortex, exactly. So sometimes if you shot in the range, it's gorgeous, but if you put a target at a certain yardage, the target will start flailing in the wind or in the air, and that's going to go away. So it's going to create a better range for you guys. It's going to create a better positive air pressure downrange. So just super cool.
God, that's really awesome.
The company designed it for their new systems. I hit them up and just said, hey, you know, I have one of your older, I mean, it's not outdated or anything. They still make the range, but I have, you know, a 6-7-year-old range. I'd like the airflow to get better. How do we do that? And they said, okay, well, it's got to do this. And so I actually gave Mountain Comfort a call, and today,
cool.
Waiting for them to call me back, having them come out and take a look at that and get that done. So shooters at our range that shoot there currently, come in and check that out. It should be done. I can't give you like a direct ETA, but I can give you an idea that it should be done as soon as possible, because basically all the parts are here. They just got to come install it and figure it out.
Cool.
So that's the Hub Talk for today. Like I said, we're always working on stuff at the Hub. We're always trying to update stuff and make stuff better, and make it more enjoyable and a better process for you. So, but yeah, that's the Hub Talk for today. Thanks for tuning in with this Altor craziness. be smart. Do not drink and shoot firearms.
No.
Be smart with this Altor gun. This could really hurt someone if you were not respecting it. And again, shout out to Altor. It's different. It's straight different. And
it's $109.
Exactly. Exactly. It's $110. Like, for something like that, it's pretty cool. But it just needs a little tweaking, you know, and it could be better. So, but anyway, I'm Michael.
I'm Birdman.
We'll see you later.
Okay, so subscribe.
Check out thehubaz.com.